Hello YouTube, UAV Mark here with a review of the F802 by HT Toys. Pretty similar looking to the Alias, pretty similar design to the Alias. Even the canopy looks like the Alias. Nothing like the Alias, but it looks like the Alias. I'm going to compare it next to me WL Toys Skylark, which flies and acts pretty much like the Alias, so I can compare the two. Pros and cons. Things I like about it. Alright, it's got a half decent controller. Things I don't like, it's only got 2 rates. Build quality is pretty good. Canopy came with a plastic film that you peel off, and it's got a nice finish to the canopy. Came with different buttons for the remote controller if you want to change them out, so that's cool. I do prefer these prop guards to my Skylark prop guards. They're smaller, they're lighter, you haven't got that strut there, and there's only 2 screws to connect it as opposed to 3 with the Skylark, so I prefer the F8 prop guards. I also prefer the F8 propellers. I really like the F8 propellers. I believe they're more similar to the Alias's style propellers. Really like the propellers, makes it fly really stable, and I wasn't really up for liking this, but it flies so stable and it's so relaxed. I quite like it now. It's the complete opposite to me Skylark. I would compare the two by saying the Skylark is a stunt quad. You can pitch really high, it goes really fast, really nice flyer, really like it a lot. I also quite like the F802. It's not in the same sort of league as the Skylark, but it does fly really stable, and I like its yaw rate. It's got a pretty fast yaw rate. I think it's a bit let down by the controller. I was hoping to bind it with something else, but tried all my other controllers and I can't find anything else that will bind with it, unfortunately. But hey ho, the LEDs are good. I like the way it looks, and for £15 I don't think you can complain. Unlike the Skylark, I can do a test in the kitchen because it's so stable, this thing. I don't really fly the Skylark indoors because it's so unstable, it's so pitchy. It's really an outdoor flyer, whereas the F802 I would say is a beginner to mid-range easily. I'd give this to somebody that wouldn't fly, or a total beginner, and they'd be okay with it. The F802, really cool laid back flyer and really surprisingly stable. Nice props, nice build quality. Onto a quick flight. To bind it, switch it on, up down with the throttle. That normally binds, but you've got to go left or right with the throttle to finish off the bind, and then it's bound. And the button up, the LED will stop flashing to show you bound. So quick kitchen is really stable. So stable, unbelievably stable. I can't believe how stable this is. Down to the propellers, I think. The propellers are really nice. Exactly the same as the Alias's propellers, which I really like. I think we're in low rates. Not much pitch on low rates, but so stable. That's the pitch on low rates. If I remember how to put the rates up. Yeah, high rates. So you've just got low and high rates with this. This is high rates pitch. Not great, but okay. I think this is for a beginner really, but I really like how stable it is. I haven't trimmed it out at all. There's a bit of wash with doing this in the kitchen, so that's why it's drifting. I've flown this outside and it didn't drift at all, and I haven't trimmed it out. But it's really stable, really nice laid back flyer. Not the fastest thing in the world, not the quietest, but it's really stable. The gyro on it's really nice. Do a quick indoor flip if I can. I says I wouldn't fly my Skylark indoors, but whereas with this it's that laid back. Nice flips, really nice loopy flips. Really like the flips for this. Do another one that was that nice. Just gotta be careful not to hit anything. Yeah, really nice flips. Really like the flips. So do a little some few funnels in there. As I says, I wouldn't normally fly a quad of this size in the kitchen, but this is so stable. This is like my new favourite indoor larger quad. Remember, I've got no prop guards on. I don't normally fly with props anyway. But with anything else, I couldn't do this with me with the other one. This is really nice. Does nice funnels, not too fast, not too slow. Really controllable. Really responsive. And you can catch it as well. Power off. And catches itself. So a really good hand launcher. Not bad for £15. If you can pick it up for £15, bargain. I really like the way it flies. It's not a sports quad, but I could give this to the missus and she'd be able to control it. The bite point is quite low on this, on the throttle. Whoa, don't know what happened there. Yeah, but pretty stable considering. Not in the same league as the Skylark or the Alias in any way, as far as a sports quad. But it does fly pretty nice, pretty stable. Pretty nice little flyer. Nothing spectacular, just nice and gentle. Gentle flyer I'd call this. So it's bound to be good on its flight time. Unfortunately, nothing's swap overable. You can't swap anything with me Skylark. I don't know about the I doubt you could swap with the Alias. Probably the props. But I know the canopy on the Alias is screwed on, and this one isn't. You just got plugs. So not the best thing in the world, but not bad. I just like how stable it is. So stable. Not much drift on it. I haven't got it trimmed out. I need to trim it a bit, but pretty good. I think with this, if I could find a better controller with higher rates, I think this would be even better. I think the controller lets this down more than anything. But higher rates isn't bad. And says I'm doing this indoors to show how easy this is to fly indoors. So yeah, that's my flying kitchen review. I've done a night flight in the kitchen. It's too cold to go outside, so keep it in the kitchen for now. But as an indoor flyer for stability, pretty cool. Flying it outside, and it's okay outside. No, I wouldn't say it was, as I said, it's not as good as the Alias or the Skylark for stunts, because this is like maximum pitch, just needs more pitch, better controller. But other than that, it flies pretty nice, and I like how stable it is. I've had it flying pretty stable, quite high. And there is a connection for a camera. I think this would be a good camera. I think there is a camera version. And there is a connection on the board for a camera. And connections underneath for a camera. But I just like how chilled this is. It's so laid back. Quite a nice little flyer. And I think for a beginner it'd be pretty cool. I don't think you could go far wrong with this for a beginner. With the two rates. Low rates is really low. High rates is really relaxed. It's not that high. But it's good enough. And I like the yaw rate speed. Not too fast, not too slow. This means you can do really nice funnels with this. I think I found another funnel master. Now remember, this is in the kitchen. This is, I wouldn't dream of doing this with me Skylark in the kitchen, but this is just so stable. It's pretty responsive, to be fair. Whoa. Issue, cut out slightly there when I was messing with it, so I don't know what that was about. And the battery's going. Okay. I don't think it likes doing that. No, if you fly it normally, it's okay. If you think you mess with it too much, it doesn't like it. Constant left and right in, it doesn't like. If you go in one direction, not a problem. Another direction, not a problem. If I left and right, nod it. Gyro doesn't like that. I've just discovered that. I wouldn't normally do that, so I don't think it's a particular issue. And the gyro resets automatic on it. So let it sit for a second, then it resets. Anyway, that's me out. That is the review of the not too bad, not too good, but I really like the props. Flies pretty stable, looks really cool. I got one for £15, so pretty cheap. I do pretty much like it. Not the best, not the worst. F802, cool for a beginner, nice quad, thumbs up, and that's me out.